Hi and welcome back to the Feel Steel Engineering YouTube channel. Today I've got a bent fence post auger to be repaired. Here I'm going to try and show you just how bent it is. At first I hold it at one position and then rotate it 180 degrees, and you can see that the flange is fairly bent. So I'm going to start this job simply by marking and then cutting it off with an angle grinder. So the next thing I did is load up a piece of 65mm EN19 shaft into the lathe, which is a bit small for this job, but it's what I've got, so it's got to do the job. Put an indicator on it just to get it mostly true. With this amount of hangout, it pays to do this. And then I continued with the machining process. Here I'm just changing the angle on the compound so that I can machine a good angled weld prep. And this is the part that gets pressed into the auger tube. So here I set the angle of the compound even shallower, just to put a nice gentle taper on the very end where it presses into the tube. So after that I flip the material around in the chuck and repeat the process of getting it true and drilling for a live center, so that we can do the rest of the shaft, which has to be welded onto the flange. I really struggle a lot with chatter on this lathe. It's very small and not rigid at all, and it gets particularly bad when running material this size and also of this grade. EN19 is quite tough to machine, so you will hear a lot of chatter. I often just live with it because I end up chasing my tail trying to get rid of it. So here I'm loading up the flange so that we can get it ready for welding. And now it's time for welding. So I'll first tack it in place, and then we'll do one run on this side, after which I'll weld the back and then come back and do 2 more passes on this side. I set it back up in the lathe now so that I can machine the welds off and machine the back side of the flange true. It's now time to heat up the end of the auger tube so that we can fit it over the end of the shaft. So I'm not super happy with how the welds look, but they are strong, so I'm just going to grind them so they are a bit more even. So that's it with this repair. I hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.